Did y'all watch Spider-Verse and the Spider-Man
I did.
run?
It was,
I
people said it was. People said it was gonna.
Same.
People were hyping it up, and they said it was gonna be amazing. And I went in with high expectations, and I gotta say, the fucking expectations went above and beyond. It was amazing.
Really?
It's really that good. I think it might be the best superhero movie I've ever seen. It's really that good.
Ooh,
Better than any of the live action movies. Honestly,
I'm gonna have to
that
see
good.
it in theaters then.
I love
good.
I love the first one, so I want to see the second one.
They really get comic books, Spider-Man the character, all the Spider-Man characters. Really, they get Peter Parker, they get Miles Morales, they get Gwen Stacy,
and she's trans in this.
Well, I know that's up for debate. I think it's they want to keep it up in the air. In my opinion, she's not Gwen Stacy's not trans in this, but her storyline is an alliteration, and it's supposed to. I mean, she literally has a flag up in her room that says "Protect Trans Kids."
Trans kids.
I don't think they're saying outright she is trans, but they're saying that what she's going through is supposed to match an experience that trans kids go through, and that's that experience. And I actually think that could be more powerful because it actually has, there's probably way more, not probably, there are way more cis kids out there who can connect those two things, I think, if they're watching this and go like, oh, you mean like our experiences are one and the same, or can be in various different ways. And I think that's powerful in and of itself. But yeah, there definitely is amazing. I would definitely go see it.
Did you watch the first one or no?
I hated it with all my heart.
Really?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have. I've decided to let everybody have things. I saw somebody in the chat say, "Oh, FT made a video about how it was Copaganda." Yes, your girl was the one live angry texting the Discord about how it is.
I've heard propaganda in both directions.
It is the most sickening level.
Really?
The last time I will give it this. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I said I hated it with all my heart. I am not saying it is a bad movie. Let me be clear. I'm sure the people enjoy it. Beautiful, beautiful animation. The soundtrack was nice. I'm sure children will watch it and love it. And that's why the propaganda hurts that much worse. So I hate it that much more. But I fucking hated it. And I'm not going to go into it. I don't got the time and energy. I don't feel like it. And I don't want to ruin it for people. And then there'll be people bitching and moaning in the comments, whatever. But I will say this. The last time I was this outraged in my skin in the movie theater was 2001. I was 8 years old. I was watching Osmosis Jones, and I told my Grammy, get her things. Let's go. I said, get your things. Get your things.
Wait, so the main thing you didn't like about Spider-Verse was like the cops?
So much. Not just the cops. Not even just the cops. I could get down to the demographics of. Don't get me started. I don't want to get started because if I get started, I have to go through the whole thread and I'm going to go back to bothering my editor about how we should do a video for this. And he's going to have to talk me off the ledge again. So we're just going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. Especially because my boo loves Spider-Man and he asked me nicely to leave it alone. So I'm going to leave it alone.
I will say, like, I sort of like, I see what you're saying. Like, obviously the cop characters, both Gwen Stacy's father and Miles Morales' father.
Binder, don't open the door. I won't stop if you open the door. Binder.
No, but but we should, because I think people are shocked at your takeaway of this movie in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sure people haven't seen this movie. You're gonna get grief.
I don't find it that
as long as we don't spoil it for anybody.
It's,
right.
It's I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but I think the issue here is that this it's a major part of the comics that he obviously has this relationship with a girl whose father is a cop. It's I think it's more to add this challenge to Spider-Man than to make the cop seem like a sympathetic character. But also Gwen Stacy's father does do something that shows that, like, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but that you can't be a cop and care about your daughter who feels this way. So I'll just leave it
You mean
there.
the daughter who then gives a speech about how you're a good cop. My mask is your badge. I ought to be like you're a good cop.
Wow.
The dad who held me at gunpoint earlier.
Yeah, I know. I get it. No, I know, but it's it's the relationship between kids and their parents are weird like that sometimes.
This fight.
Here's one thing. Okay, to talk Ole off the ledge.
The crime being in Brooklyn and specifically flash it into Bushwick, Backside, Flatbush, the specific subway stations. The specific subway stations in all those areas. The man swings around the whole time. The only time he just suddenly stops swinging just to take the subway in fucking Bed-Stuy to be stopped for crime, to stop the crime. And then his dad's running around Brooklyn like, oh, we just need more resources, more help.
I want to see this movie so bad.
Don't get me fucking started, because I could listen. I was in that movie ready to die. I went with Alex. I went with Alex. LOL overruled on TikTok for those who know my TikTok famous friend. Alex was like, and like, listen, Alex, the PDs and us just. I look over at Alex. I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking like the minute the gunpoint, we had gunpoint off the rip of the movie. I'm like. Alex, I look up, I'm like in my seat, the amount of discomfort, I Google, I'm like, what is the fucking runtime on this movie? I see 2 hours and 25 minutes. I said, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. If Alex had not bought this ticket, I would have been out, my guy. I was in there like,
damn.
Oh my
fuck.
God.
Listen, I don't know what movie Ole saw, but the movie's great. You should go.
Yeah, of course.
Remember, hear a movie you've never seen. That's what you said.
So I can relate.
Listen,
to
anyone.
Ole.
Let's put it this way: anyone who saw both this movie and Little Mermaid with that fucked up looking flounder and. and comes out thinking the Little Mermaid's the better movie. Automatically,
I didn't say it was a bad movie. I said it was a bunch of
okay. That's true.
I said it's a good movie. I'm sure the people enjoy it. I never said it was a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. Olayemi Lupe Olurin, fucking hated it. That is what I said. It is a great movie for others. Everybody I know who saw it is like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm sure Alex would have enjoyed it more if he weren't sitting next to me. But he was. So
I don't think I've ever heard anyone ever say that movie was fucking amazing, but I hated it.
So okay, I'm dying to know. Have any of you watched Carnival Row?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's a show on Amazon. It came out in 2019. They finally had like the final season just this year. So the whole show is basically about fascism and how fascism is horrifying and bad, but it's like a magical thing, right? Where the fascists are taking the ferries.
Pause. Let me just say this. Hold on. I got to say this in the comments. It's actually not a minor thing. You think it's a minor thing because you're not a Copaganda expert. It's actually not a minor thing. I could take the time, and I maybe eventually will, the minute it is available for me to purchase the movie and walk you through every fucked up thing in dynamic and racial analysis happening in that 2-hour, 25-minute movie. It's not minor. That being said, I am not trying to stop people from enjoying things. That is not, don't go out there saying, oh, I hate Spider-Man. I don't. I like Spider-Man, and I've liked all the other Spider-Mans. Okay. It's just me and the Spider-Man have beef. Yeah. Okay. But I don't mind. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. I just hate it. Okay?
It's hard to separate the art from the political message sometimes. And that's the problem that I had with Carnival Row. Because this series spent so much time showing you how scary the fascists were. And minor spoilers for anyone who wants to watch it. Only for the end of the show, for them to team up with the fascists against the communists who wanted to liberate them, with the ending message essentially being, if we just convince these fascists that we're people, everything's gonna be okay.
But fuck those communists.
Yeah, the communists who they were trying to portray as like very scary because they killed some elites. It's like the fascists had you all imprisoned for an entire season in this one area that you couldn't leave. And they killed you, they beat you. But as soon as the communists come, no, we've got to team up with the fascists. It was mind-blowing. But having said that, though, I relate to Ole because the show itself was entertaining. Like, it was very fun to watch. But the political message at the end had me screaming at my fucking television. Like, How do you side with the Nazis when the commies were here to help you, but you tried to kill you? What the fuck? And just the lasting scene rubbed me the wrong way of like the fascist clapping for this couple that was very so like there's mystical creatures. So there was like a rich lady with the rich puck. He has like these horns, so it's like, not human. So that interspecies relationship was, comparable to like interracial relationships in the United States. Obviously, like all of this is like they're trying to mirror reality in a way. But at the end of it, they kissed, and then the fascists clapped for them. I was like, what the? That's not how it works, you dumb motherfuckers. But it was a great show. It was entertaining.
It be like that sometimes. Propaganda's nice.
I was thinking maybe they did it in a way where, yes, they teamed up against the communists, but it was like, see, this is why this is a bad idea. But it sounds like it was like a happy ending. Like they destroyed the communists, and then the fascists were good now.
Yeah, the fascists just had a change of heart, and like they tried to give it. God. It has Orlando Bloom, by the way, so it's a very like well produced show, and he does great in it. But it ends with him saying like, I don't want to be part of you, because he was a cop in the movie, right? And so there's also Copaganda in this, in the sense that he was like trying to be this good cop, but he learns that like cops are bad kind of in a way, right? And they will never accept him because he was half fairy. And so it kind of ends with him saying, I will never succumb to your bigoted beliefs or whatever, I'm paraphrasing, only for them to like this couple that was like had to literally leave the town because they were a couple getting clapped at by the fascist. Just fucking it's wild. Like it's straight fascist propaganda.
I mean, all superhero movies go that route, though, in terms of like what superhero doesn't end up having superhero content.
No, you're right, and I have the smoke for it. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's like you have to get rid of the thing or you can't enjoy this thing. It's just frustrating to me when it's something that's particularly it was the way it was weaved in to this Spider-Man in a way that I'm like, there's no fucking way, unless somebody is sitting next to an annoying replica of me, that they're going to see this way. And that's really what the issue is for me. I like lots of propaganda. The Powerpuff Girls was my shit as a kid, but I love stuff. I just would prefer to be somebody to be like, hey, you notice that? Which is what my little sister had, and she didn't enjoy that in life, but at least she had it. Okay. So that's my thing. Not that like, oh, you have to get rid of it. Or like, oh, it's bad. It's not one of those things. I think, sometimes what happens is on the internet is like, if you say you don't like something, people think that means you think it shouldn't be there. Like it doesn't belong or whatever. That's not what I mean. Like, obviously, I love superhero stuff. I love all kind of nerd shit and comics. And I'm probably gonna see the next one because I'm fucking with Paula. I hope he's successful. I hope he takes everybody out the game. Whatever evil deeds he has planned, I'm here for it. Get all these police.
We'd have to get rid of Batman, and like Batman's he's a cop.
Don't get me fucking started.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on that.
I agree with
Batman's the worst of them all. He works directly with the cops. Yeah.
He just beats up the poors. He dresses up and then beats up poor people. That's his entire arc. And then like every episode's like, which poor people are you beating up today, Batman? Oh well, we'll see.
It was especially bad in the Dark Knight movies where like you actually find yourself ending up like, wait a minute. What Bane is saying makes a lot of sense. What the fuck is going on?
I was always a kid. I was always on the side of who was. I was a defense attorney in my spirit as a child. I was always on. I watched Lion King like. So we don't feel like y'all don't see why Scar might be upset about his living conditions. I was watching. I always was like, why are they a villain? Are they a villain or are they an antagonist?
I agree.
It always made sense to me. I always was like, hold on now, let's examine this. Let's slow down. Because why are you saying they're a villain? Why? Because this man, he's just the protagonist. That's just his perspective. Let's get into what Ursula is talking about. Let's maybe take a big picture look.
I don't know.
I was like that from time. Always, they were always my favorites. Like, so I don't mind. Just call it out. Yeah, no, Batman's the worst. He's bad. I fucking hate Batman.
He's a cop.
Yeah,
I do
think about.
I hate Captain America.
No, Captain America is the good. No, Captain America is the good one. Actually,
I don't give a fuck. No, fuck all that.
No. In terms of like him being the anti-cop, anti-authoritarian, like he's the one who actually ends up fighting with Tony Stark over the fact that the government wants to. Well, that's in the comics too, in Civil War, but that's also the Civil War movie. Captain America is the one who was like, I don't want to fucking work with the
still hate that
government on this. I
whack-ass
want the
nigga.
government
He's still whack. He's
registering us and shit.
Like he's real whack.
Yeah, because like the Captain America imagery is but he's also
very
like
corny.
he is also Mr. Anti-Fascist though. He's probably the most the most leftist of the of the superheroes.
That's bizarre for the most
too.
like patriotic one to be the furthest like to the left.
Well, I think that was the message they were trying to.
Yes,
but I think that was the message they're trying to.
Oh, now you understand. I hate him. Like, we're there. We got there. Like, thank you.
That's how they tie it in. Yeah.
Yes, no, I thought Loki made all the sense in the world. That's my guy. I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, these motherfuckers done gone up to the place, done tow up your place, kidnap you and take you, and you supposed to be grateful. Fuck them. Like, so
Magneto in the X-Men comics.
My nigga too.
Magneto's right. Magneto,
he's legit. Yeah,
right.
I always like
agree.
Magneto.
I agree. Yeah. Team. I'm Team Magneto. 100%. He's right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't know about Killmonger. Yo, hold on. Y'all said I
Really?
don't know. I can't decide. I don't know if I don't hate him. I don't dislike Killmonger, but I don't know. I haven't quite decided whose side per se I'm on. Because I understand both perspectives as it pertains to Black Panther and Killmonger. I get it. I understand. And mostly I'd be like, let's stay out of country's business, Killmonger. How you getting their business? Like, how you get to be making plans with they technology? Now you upset.
At the end of the day, though, my favorite superhero has always been Gambit because you got a Cajun ladies man there, and I just totally feel one and the same with Gambit.
He was always good in the cartoon. I enjoyed the X-Men cartoon.
I agree.
Yeah, I love X-Men. Rogue went hard. That's my gal.
The movies ruined Rogue. She wasn't supposed to be some like innocent little kid.
Not as good.
She was
in
a
the movie.
freaking badass in the comics. She was like a very like very sure of herself grown woman. Like she wasn't some like a self-conscious kid like they portrayed her in the movies. They should have just had her play Jubilee. They should have just had Anna, whatever her name is. What's her name? Suki in True Blood.
Yeah, my
Suki.
name is Anna.
Suki.
Jubilee got fucked over. Fireworks? What the fuck? Like.
No, I still remember like seeing that X-Men for the first time, like seeing Rogue and like seeing that's so it left such an impression that I can't dislike it. It's very like iconic in my brain, especially like seeing like the early Nightcrawler. I fucked with it. I love me some X-Men. Yeah, X-Men is dope. Who else I like? I don't know, but it's not sure.
Oh, Judge Dredd is pretty anti-cop. If you're looking for the anti-cop hero,
He is a cop though. He's
the cop who. But he's the cop who fucking like kills all the other.
You need to understand who I am.
What about RoboCop?
Oh, he's the worst. He's like a fascist. He's bad. He's not. He's like a bad guy who they turned into a hero. He's a real problem.
RoboCop 1 is a fucking amazing movie. Everyone should watch RoboCop 1. It's really good.